oceans, everything. And she protects everything. Okay, so this is going to a third video, which I didn't want it to happen, but I'll just be closing with the last page I have. There's a few other archangels that you will see, like if you do decks or if you do research, severe research on the archangels. So a couple of them I'm going to name. Just lift my leg up because my knees are locking. Okay. Archangel Sandalphon. Okay, that's hard to say. Okay, he usually presents on the card as a male with blonde hair and brown eyes, but you know, that's just for us to visualize. The angels are really just spirits, but when we pass over, or if you're gifted, you might be able to see them. So what is he good for? Archangel Sandalphon is surround yourself with gentle people and situations. So a lot of times people get into situations where they're like, why didn't this relationship work out? And why didn't that relationship work out? And what, I'm a nice person. Why are all my relationships people beating me up, or they have a disease, you know, they have a some sort of disease, or they do drugs, or they drink too much, or, you know, why do I always attract those kind of people? And then they're breaking things in the house and pushing me around, or, you know, maybe being abusive to me, or even emotionally, because sometimes that's even worse. And so what you're supposed to do is, Archangel Sandalphon is saying, surround yourself with gentle people and gentle situations. Take yourself out of the toxic. Okay? Then there's Archangel Uriel, which sometimes on the cards presents as a male with gray hair and brown eyes, but you know, that's up in the air. That's just to give you a picture. And Archangel Uriel says, you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Uriel might come around, Archangel Uriel might come around when you're trying to start a new business, or side hustle, or new relationship, or new job, career. And you're just reluctant because you're scared and you never did it before. Archangel Uriel says, go with your gut and just do it. Don't delay anymore. This, you know, he's saying that you've delayed enough. Just go forward. If you need a whole chakra cleaning, all the chakras in the body, okay? The red, the orange, the yellow, the green and the pink, the blue, the lilac, and the white or indigo, okay? Then you need Archangel Metatron, all right? Call upon me to clear and open your chakras. If you have a lot of body problems, body aches, you feel blocked, headaches, whatever it is, you need to call upon Archangel Metatron, okay? Especially if, say, you have a back problem, but you also have a sinus problem, and you also have a throat problem, okay? And you also have like stomach problems, and stomach problems usually stem from not going with your gut feeling on something, not speaking your power, okay? If you have more than one chakra that's out of whack, you need a whole chakra cleansing, and Archangel Metatron will do that for you. And what he does is just pull them up on YouTube, just say Archangel Metatron, and you'll see like geometric shapes and different colors of all the colors of the rainbow. Those are all the colors of the chakra, and that's what he's good for. So it says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Okay. You know when you doodle and you're just like drawing different things? I used to, as a kid, always like to draw a square, because we had this thing where you draw a square and then you can make it look like a box if you put the things. And I used to love doing that, but usually it was like misshapen. But just drawing the square and another square and then a triangle, it was fun. But I didn't know I was healing some part of my chakra by doing it. So Metatron tells you to doodle, draw in a book, or just look at shapes, okay? Like for example, what shape is this? The tile on my desk. Not desk, table. Okay, so just kind of like focusing on shapes, it does something to balance you. I know it sounds like, child stuff, but when we grow up and we don't play anymore, we block a lot of our chakras. Okay, next up, Raphael, I talked about. He's for health, healing, any kind of addictions, any kind of cravings that you want to try to get over. He's a powerful force. Okay, I've read all my notes. I know I said that in a creepy way. Okay, and I see some people texting me. I'm sorry I couldn't get to your texts because I'm on the air. Okay, all right, so now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to light this, because I definitely got to have some Palo Santo. Not Palo Santo, this is white sage up in this. Gosh, I don't know what it is, but I don't like to curse around the even just funny curses around the angels, because they're just so, they're okay. They don't judge, but you just try to be a little bit on your best behavior around them because they're so angelic. Okay, angelic. Angels are angelic. Yeah, duh. Okay, before I go into that, I promised you I was going to make the clarification. Okay, so we all come in with a guardian angel. Okay, and my mother always said, so I always go with what my mom said. Okay, because you wouldn't lie. My mother said that we were assigned maybe more than one guardian angel, so like 7 to each person. Okay, so that seems like a lot, but there's always one that stays with you that you might feel, and you might think it's just you talking to yourself, but it's you talking to yourself in a good way. It's you talking when you hear, you know what, you need to sleep a little bit longer. It's okay, don't feel bad and guilty. You need to sleep a little bit longer. Just stay still. Or you need to go out for a walk, because you're going to feel better. You always feel better when you go out for a walk. That's your guardian angel. You're scared. You're walking, you're by yourself. You're in a situation by yourself. And you can ask that guardian angel to please protect me. Okay? Here's a quick example. I hope it's quick. Okay? But I have to tell you this because I could be dead right now. I was going to a therapist. I was having a lot of trouble in my marriage. And I was going to one of the therapists that I went to in the 90s. Okay, so I went to therapists in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. Okay, so I don't go to therapists anymore because I already did that. All right, marriage. Some of them were under the guise of marriage counseling. Other ones were therapists for working situations out. And so I was going, and I was driving in Staten Island, New York, and I was driving down a street that I wasn't that used to. I worked in a college called St. John's part-time, and I also worked in CSI, but they were in different areas in Staten Island. And there was a lot of one-ways. I was going under the, trestle. So this car is up here, and then I'm going through here. But meanwhile, I was wondering why, and I was thinking about I'm late going straight from work to this therapist, and am I getting a divorce, or should I have gotten divorced? I had, young kids, and I had a lot of stuff on my mind. And I was going And I said, why isn't there any cars next to me? And then I realized there was a red light, and I was in the lane, in the wrong lane, going the wrong way. I was going this way, but meanwhile, it was a one-way under the highway, a one-way street. And so then all of a sudden the light went, and all these trucks and cars started coming towards my car. And people were like, you know, like they had horror on their face. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And I just closed my eyes. I'm driving. The car is going. And I didn't know what to do. I closed my eyes. And I said, I'm dead. I'm dead. I go, please, dear God, help me. Help me, dear God, help me, dear God. Mommy, please help me. And when I had my eyes closed, I heard beeping and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, I opened my eyes. I was like, I'm probably dead. And I guess I didn't feel it. You know, I didn't feel the big bang on the car. You know, I won't be able to see my kids anymore. And I guess I'm not making that appointment. And I opened my eyes, and all the cars were stopped. And then there was, I guess they had another red light while my eyes were closed. And it was like somebody picked up my car and turned it around. Now I was in the right direction. And so prior to that, a few weeks, not a few weeks, maybe months or even a year before that, I was going down a smaller street in Newdorp in Staten Island, a small street, but it was also a one-way, and I got pulled over I was going to a therapist about problems in the marriage, but I always used to tell my husband back then, oh, it's me, I'm upset my father died, everybody's dead, you know, I'm going for me. And he didn't really want me to ever go to anybody like that. He wasn't supportive of that. But anyhow, I got a driving violation because I was going down a one-way street. And then I told them, I'm just nervous because I'm going to my psychiatrist, and I didn't know where that this was a one-way, and this is the first visit. And they gave me a moving violation, which goes on your license. So this other one, where my car was going into trucks and everything, I'm telling you, it was like I was a toy car, and a hand came down from heaven, turned my car, and put me in the right direction. And then I just had to make the turn. So I was saved. My life was saved. And like I told people the story, and to know me is to know that these weird things happen to me. Some people didn't believe me. They were like, oh, you were probably, my ex-husband, he was like, oh, you were probably in the right lane, but just going in the wrong direction. And I was like, yeah, but how did my car get turned around? I closed my eyes and just had my hand on the steering wheel. And when I opened it, I was in the right place. So he was like, that's because you shouldn't have been going to that therapist. Anyhow, so that is God's intervention. That's angels and God's intervention, okay? So I just wanted to tell you that. So everybody has that guardian angel, all right? You could pray to God for help, and then God sends them down to help you. That's how the hand came down and turned my car around like a toy car. And everybody else was frozen. He could do that. He could freeze time and do that. Now I sound like I'm really crazy. Okay, anyhow, what messages do the angels have for my sassy subs? What messages do the angels have for my sassy subs? Thank you, dear God. Thank you, archangels. Thank you, guardian angels. And your spirit guides are totally different. Now, your spirit guides are people who were here. They might have been in your life, like a grandmother, mother, father, sister, child, could be your spirit guide. You might have known them. Or you might not have known them on this realm. Like I truly believe and say, Shanann became my spirit guide. Okay? So Shanann and Gannon, they're who I pray to when I'm doing the cases. Okay? So what do the angels have to tell you? And you'll know it, because you'll know who your spirit guide is, because you'll feel like, and I also feel like Marilyn Monroe is my spirit guide, because my mother always loved her. She taught me about her. We watched the movies together. We had little memorabilia of Marilyn Monroe. And so I hear what she says. She doesn't want to come back, by the way, and I will do that reading. But I hear her voice when I see pictures of her and I have things around of her. She brings me peace, and she lets me know you could do whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do. Be creative, be yourself. Don't worry about what other people think, you know. You'll know who your spirit guide is. And you can have a lot of them. Anybody who says you can't have a lot of them, that's a closed mind person, and they don't know what they're talking about. Okay? So, spirit guides, angels, and dear God, what do we have to tell my sassy subs, my supercalifragilistic subs? What messages do we have, Spirit? What messages do we have for the collective? Thank you. What messages do we have for the collective? Thank you, dear God. Thank you, spirit guides. I just want to do this one more time with the sage. What messages do we have for the collective? Spirit guides, what messages, and angels, what messages do you want to tell my sassy subs? Messages for the collective. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, archangels. You are awesome. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. So we have Archangel. The first one is Clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel. Did I speak about him? I might not have. Okay, Archangel Raziel, I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so that you can clearly see heavenly love. Look at this beautiful picture. Okay, all right, I just heard for the psychics out there and the psychics in making, for the people out here watching me who are you're training, whether it's you're reading a book, whether it's you're meditating more, whether you have a dream. I just heard a weird sound. Whether maybe you have a dream of doing something like readings or healing or utilizing your psychic abilities. I just saw somebody who wants to get into ghost hunting. They have 1 out of 3 pieces of equipment that they want. They have 1, so they have 2 more to go. But what I'm feeling is you're ready now. So push yourself, okay? Use your third eye. So it's clairvoyance. I am helping you. Archangel Raziel is helping you to use your spiritual sight. Use your psychic abilities and awaken fully so that you can see heavenly love. Even if you're just doing it just so you can feel the angels and heavenly love. Thank you. That was a beautiful message. Then we have All Is Well. Archangel Jeremiel. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. Might not understand it right now, but it's happening as it should. And I just feel like I heard somebody's getting separated or divorced, and they're like, how is that good? Well, you might feel like it's a better life. You're starting a new life, and that's scary, but you might feel the benefits of it because then you're true soulmate, the person that you can make happier and can make you happier, because we have to make ourselves happy first before we can. Nobody makes you happy. You have to make yourself happy first. You have to be happy with yourself first. This is from a beautiful friend called White Dove, Stephanie. She's an artist and she makes gourds, gourd lights. She made this for me in 2020. I have like 4 of her work around the house. Okay, so next one we have is Goddess. It says, express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Your divine feminine. Okay. Then we have Fairies. I love this card. This is like so me. I might use this as a thumbnail. Okay. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. They just showed me somebody like in a greenhouse, or somebody that's always gardening, plants all around them. You need to be working outside. This is for somebody that really loves to be outside and not inside. Inside makes you feel dead. Outside better. Even if it's snow, even if there's snow, being a part of that, being a part of nature. Yeah, and that's like a fairy. Fairies stay outside. They only sometimes go into that little house in the tree. Okay, books. That's interesting. I haven't used these cards in such a long time. I know, I'm sorry. Look at her wings. Okay, so books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. This is for somebody out there, okay? I'm trying to sell my books too. Okay, just so you know. All right. Your life's purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. So books about spirit, books about angels, books about something to do with heaven. Maybe you had a near-death experience like this person over here, or like Lorna Byrne. A lot of people had near-death experiences, okay? Let me know in the comments if that touches base with you. Okay, now I'm just gonna do 1 and 1, and then we're gonna call this a day. All right, career transition. Look at that beauty. All right, Archangel Shemuel. Now you guys know a little bit about them. Shemuel was to bring peace, he who sees God, fight adversity, lose anxiety, and lost relationships. Okay, so career transition. Archangel Shemuel, your life's purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So that's for some people out there. And I just heard, when I was holding this card, I just heard somebody lost their job in 2020, maybe with COVID. Okay, sorry if I said the C word, but it's reality. They lost their job probably because of that, or maybe some other issue, and you felt low ever since. You're about to get something better or similar to what you had where you felt good. Okay, so career transition. Let me read it again. Archangel Shemuel, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So it's your life's purpose that's saying, sorry, I had a fight with a fly. Your life's purpose is saying, we want you to make the transition. Don't like when bugs attack me, guys. There's nothing good about that. Okay. Heart chakra. Heart chakra. Okay. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Okay? And I'm also going to say forgiveness. Whether it's forgiveness of yourself and somebody else, we need to do that in order to move on. Okay? So the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Love and friendship. That's what life is all about. Okay, and heart chakra is usually green, but with a little pink too. So wear more green colors, eat more green, and also pink. Wear more pink, eat more pink, okay, if that's possible, or drinks that are pink. Pink lemonade, okay? All right, and I just do one more from the other one. Oh, so this is a lot of creativity, a lot of things about books, okay? A creative venture, creative writing. Okay, creative writing. Archangel Gabriel, communication. Archangel Gabriel, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal. I always tell you that too. Or pen an article or book. So somebody out there is, I always think about it too, but it's such a big mountain to climb. I've done it twice. I haven't really sold that much, but that's not the point. The point is, it's a life dream. If it's a life dream of yours to even write an article, design a children's book, write a children's book, or write your memoir, anything, a little book. It's so easy with the internet now. You could do a self-publishing. I didn't do it myself. I mailed it out because I'm not good with the internet, except when I'm doing videos, okay? But I'm not good with editing. Anyhow, it's telling you, Archangel Gabriel will help you. Pray to Archangel Gabriel for the strength and to stop procrastinating. And he will help you make time to write down your thoughts in a journal, even if you just have like a couple of ideas or you want to get something off your chest, and write it down in your journal. That thought, those pages could be turned into a children's book, turned into a memoir, turned into a poem, whatever it is, turned into a song. But Archangel Gabriel is saying that you could do it. Pray to him. He will help you. It's time to pen an article or book. Even it could just be an article that you want to, send into a magazine or newspaper. Okay? Okay. I hope you enjoyed this 17 hours of videos on angels. I hope you enjoyed it. Angels, archangels, I hope I did an okay job. And it'll take me a while to download these babies. Maybe only a few people will watch. Maybe some people will watch the first one and not so much the second two. But if you made it through all three, then you got your reading. And think about what that means to you. Namaste, everybody. Have a nice Saturday.